Hello, and welcome to today's live training, where I will teach you 3 of my absolute favorite core exercises. So, what are we going to do in this live training? First of all, we're going to talk a little bit about what is your core, what are the muscles that are in your core, and which of the 3 core muscles you need to pay the most attention to. And then I'm going to run you through a tutorial of each individual movement, and we're going to do 3 for each of those muscle groups. Now, I'm going to coach different levels of each movement, obviously to suit you, whether you are a beginner, whether you are just starting out with the MACE training, or if you are a seasoned athlete and you have been doing MACE movements for a little while. Okay, I've got my MACE. Awesome. So, core. When people talk about core muscles or core, they often think it's just the abs. This is simply not true. Your core muscles is your entire body minus your legs just below the hips and minus your arms just below the shoulder. So all of this, and most importantly, this is all your core. The main functions of your core is to protect your spine, obviously from injury or, possibly even a catastrophic injury that can make you paralyzed or kill you. So, to recap, it's not just your abs. It's a lot more muscles than you think, and often people leave some of the muscles out of their training, which is why some women, even though they think they have strong abs, they still have reasonably weak core because they're not paying attention to the glutes or the back muscles. So the 3 biggest primary movers of your core are your glutes. Okay. The glutes are so important in protecting specifically the lower back. I would say that about 90% of all the people I've ever coached have some sort of either underactive glutes or weak glutes or tight glutes. So it is extremely common. So do not despair. It can be fixed very easily. Okay. Then the second group that you need to pay attention is obviously your abs. And again, this is to protect the spine because when you think about it, your abs are basically stabilizing your spine on the other side, okay? And then your back muscles. Again, another massive group of muscles that people often forget about in their training and don't think about them as core. The biggest primary mover, obviously, on your back is the latissimus dorsi, or the lat. I'll be referring to it as the lat. So even when you're just going about your daily life, maybe you're standing at a queue in the supermarket, you should have 30% engagement in all of your core muscles. So what I see in the supermarket and I watch is this, or some form of this. This is what I also see when people are walking down the street. Yeah. So most people, or a lot of people, have a posture where they have a really underactive glutes. They have slightly this kind of forward tilt. They have rounded shoulders and the neck is forward. Okay. So in your daily life, when you're not actually moving or doing anything, I would like you to squeeze your glutes 30%. The easiest way to squeeze your glutes is if you try to turn the feet outwards inside your shoes. So not actually moving them. And this is a really cool trick for when you're doing deadlifts and squats as well to keep the glutes engaged. Just have them facing straight, standing in the supermarket queue or at your desk computer or at your stove, you're cutting vegetables for dinner. Try to twist the feet outwards. As soon as you do that, you should feel your glutes coming together. Okay, so think 30% engagement. Then we're going to engage the abs. So there's going to be a